G'day everyone, welcome to Untitled Scale Models channel update, and I hope you're all safe and well. And as I can tell, a lot of people have been busy because there's been more videos on YouTube lately than you can watch at the cinemas. He's been flat out, and I'm having real trouble keeping up with everyone, so I do apologise. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. Thank you to all my old subscribers, and I hope your projects are going nice and smoothly and things are going okay. So where have we been at? I haven't done many videos at the moment because my shortcut to a video has been my camera, and me being me, must have fell out of my pocket, and I drove over my phone with my all drive, and it didn't like that at all. It was completely foobar, and it is snafu for normal for this channel, which it should be called the snafu channel lately, as you'll find out in this report. So over here, out of camera view, I've got a video camera set up on a tripod now. I am doing some videos with that. That has been, it should be in the bloopers. I should have a bloopers channel or a bloopers section of the channel because it's been absolutely, I've even had to laugh at myself because it's been pretty crazy. I've had things come up upside down, inside out, round and round. You wouldn't know where the bloody hell I've been doing, but I think I've got a few videos that I can sort of pass on to you people. If you don't get any enjoyment out, at least you'll get a giggle. Big rig group build. I'm still plodding on the M62 Wrecker. I haven't got a progress video on it. Well, I did have a progress video on it, but it was on my phone, which doesn't like being run over by Toyota Land Cruiser troop carriers. So I've lost that. But basically what happens where I'm up to, and I've got it sitting down here, watch the bald head, guys, you'll get blinded. It's still at this stage. What I did explain in the last video, but I think it's still uploaded, that the headlights here, and I don't know if you're going to get a good shot with this camera, it's like moulded in bumps in the plastic of the kit. I put a couple of crosses on them. I wanted to make some decent lenses for the truck headlights. I was going to carefully drill some headlight buckets into it with a drill bit, carefully sand them out and fill them with micro clear or another suitable product, depends on what I was going to use. I did that on my BT7 Sylvester tank on the little headlight on the side, and it wasn't really, look, it didn't come out as well as what I thought. So as I was going through eBay, I did see that you can buy replacement parts for Scaletric slot cars, and amongst that, about the same size as those headlights is the 67 Camaro or the 67 Mustang Fastback by Scaletric. So I ordered some headlights, and they should give you that nice pattern on the embossing on the front of the glass. So hopefully it'll look all right, because I wanted to look good from all that scratch built midge that I put in there. The next thing I've been working on is still the two aircraft for the Frank Gday's, yes, it's still Frank Gday's air transport group build. I've been plodding on these kits for months and months and months. I've got 3 kits on the go. One was awaiting decals, which arrived, but that's another story. One I just couldn't get it to work, which was the Lord Nautilus, and I'll show you this now. The Lord Nautilus. What I was having trouble with is every time I went to do something with it, this wing would break away from that engine that's still there. So I've added some spars into it, glued it using some Testus red instead of the Tamiya extra thin, and she's strong now. So I can actually start sanding and masking without having to panic about it cracking through these lines. You can see that I've got, I've just brush painted on some Tamiya primer around all the joins and stuff like that, and then that will give me a guide coat, so when I use my wet and dry sandpaper just to clean them up, I've got like a bit of a guide coat. That is really, really close now to primer and paint. All the rest of the sub-assemblies are done, so I'm getting really close to finishing that. The decals were yellowed a bit. I've had them in the window. Yeah, it's the wrong ones again, Matt. I've had the decals in the window. They were a little bit yellowed. The Aussie sun, even though we're heading into winter now, it's still bleached those after a month or so, and they've come up really, really nice, white and bright. So I'm really, really happy with that. So I've saved those. The next part of the air transport group build was the DC2. I was sitting on Hangouts talking with the bilge rat, and I had trouble with this tail section. This whole tail assembly just sits in a hollow space on top of this fuselage spine. Every time I bumped it, it snapped off. Using Tamiya extra thin, etc., etc. I've got some of the testors, slow setting, liquid cement, plastic cement, awesome for high strength areas, and I've pre-shaded it, started painting the RAAF sky blue underneath, which I had to mix myself. Pre-shaded the top half of the aircraft. The windows I'm going to fill in with my Elmer's clear glue. I'll show you that later, and a little demo of what I use. The same with the headlights on the front. But I didn't have any decals. So once again, on to the internet. There's an Australian company called Redroo. Redroo specialise mostly in Australian subjects, Australian aircraft. I got this set from Redroo, which is their DC2 early. So it comes in a silver machine. Silver machine. Lemmy Coolmaster was singing with Hawkwind. I should have called that one Hawkwind. But anyway, that's going to be the aircraft, one of the aircraft I'm going to do, which I'm thinking about the Nose Art Silk Merchant. Anyhow, got the decals. I thought, you beauty, I can start painting and decaling. But when I pull the decals out of the wrapper, it only comes with stenciling for unit markings, etc. No ruddy roundels. And I haven't got any. So at least I've got a painting diagram now. I can mask up and paint. Back onto the internet tonight or the next day looking for some roundels I can use on that. The third aircraft that I'm going to do, what I started to do was a Condor civilian airliner, which was going to be Herr Hitler's personal transport. This is the early V3 Condor. But as you might be able to see, in my stupidness, I tipped a bottle of lacquer thinners over it, and it has reacted with the plastic really badly. The Lancaster that was also working on my Airfix Lancaster for the last 12 months suffered a worse fate than this one. I'm hoping I can wet and rub the paintwork out, or the plastic out, rescribe the panel lines, and keep this going, because, geez, man, I've put a hell of a lot of work into this kit. It was a real mongrel to build. Also, what's been getting around on Facebook before I run out too much time is an intimidation. What kits would intimidate you, and what's your favourite kit? I haven't really got a favourite kit at this stage. What intimidates me? No kit really intimidates me. It's getting the finish that intimidates me. So I'm doing an intimidation build. This will be, as you can see, they'll come out. They're not upside down or around on the video bloody camera. I'm doing a build on this. This is the Airfix B17G Lancaster. What intimidates me about this kit is the natural metal finish. And every time I've tried it, it stuffs up. I've got some new product to try. I've got some old product to try, which I'm going to experiment with. I'm going to go right back to the basics with the Testus metallizers I've had for years, with the metallizer sealer. And then I've got some AK product to try, because the Vallejo product I've been using, I can't get it to work. It goes on all right and everything, but it peels off every time you try to mask it. So that's intimidation build number one. The other intimidation build, which I'm going to start, is the Wingnut Wings kit. Now, the kit itself is not intimidating. It's the finish and the rigging which intimidates me a little bit. Making my own turnbuckles. I've cheated on this Wingnut Wings kit. What I can see with this Wingnuts kit is it's probably one of the easier ones to build, because there is hardly any wood grain you have to do. Most of the finish is decals. The interior is also a painted finish, not a natural wood finish. The only bit of painting you've got to do is the fuselage here. All the rest is done for you in decals. This could be a cheat of the century for me. What's to be intimidated? Get it all to come together. So I printed out an article off the internet in this to help me build. And Michael at Model Art 366 has built the Wingnuts kit. Scarleton has done them, and the Rebels of Cloud9 has. Any of you guys built one? Be interested to know. I know Frankie Day's got one to do as well, but I don't know whether he's going to tackle it because he's been stuck on the Portland. That's it, 10 minutes, over 10 minutes. So try to keep it short and sweet, girls and boys. And until next time, hopefully we can get an update video done over the weekend. It's going to be terrible weather here. And I'm starting to get things ready for my winter builds, which will probably be a lot of ships, because that's about all I like doing during the winter time, because you spend a lot of time inside. So I've got a few ship projects coming up. Till next time, be safe, model hard. Go out and buy a model kit and build it. If you've already got heaps in your stash, pull one out and build that. Keep up the good work for all the channels, all my mates out there. You're doing a fantastic job. Al Woods, Charlie Mack, Doug Hensley, the Builds Rat, Jeff at Jeff's Model Garage, Old School Models, Treeline Model Works, Smoky Mountain Modeler. God, there's so many of us out there. Gregory Riley. There's a build for Gregory Riley that I'd like to join too, which is the like an emergency build for nurses and emergency staff. I've got to get on to Gregory on Facebook and find out what's been going on. So guys, be safe, as I said before, and we'll catch you in the next video. And hopefully I haven't stuffed anything up. Until then, catch ya.